There's a secret about aging that almost no one talks about. It doesn't start with wrinkles, but with the muscles that support your body. Every year after 60, those muscles quietly lose strength and volume, and suddenly, simple activities like getting out of bed, walking a few blocks, or just standing up start to feel heavier. This process is called sarcopenia, and even though it seems inevitable, the truth is that you can slow it down, and even reverse it. And if you enjoy our content, subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up to help grow our community and support more people in aging with health, energy, and confidence. Your body has an extraordinary ability to adapt, as long as it receives the right stimulus. The best part is, you don't need a gym, expensive machines, or endless workouts, just moving in the right way is enough. The Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle highlights that regular exercise is the most effective strategy against this loss of muscle, even more so than supplements. And here's the good news. There are 5 basic exercises for seniors, simple to do at home, safe and risk-free, that work like real natural medicine to strengthen muscles, improve balance, and keep the brain young and active. Balance exercise. Maintaining balance is not just about being able to stand without falling, it means preserving the very foundation of your independence. When you lift yourself up on one leg for a few seconds, or walk in a straight line as if you were on a tightrope, you're training much more than just your leg muscles. The ankles, knees, and hips work together to support you, the core activates like a natural belt that provides stability, and even the spine benefits from this effort. But the most fascinating part is that the brain plays a key role. The cerebellum coordinates movement, the inner ear sends signals of orientation, and vision collaborates to maintain posture. Every small adjustment you make to avoid losing balance becomes a workout not only for the body, but also for the mind, as it stimulates memory, attention, and reaction speed. In this way, a seemingly simple exercise turns into protection against common problems like osteoarthritis, and into real mental training to keep your abilities sharp. The benefits of balance training have been confirmed by science. The Journal of Clinical Medicine reported that regular balance exercise programs significantly reduce the risk of falls in older adults, leading to fewer fractures and complications. Practicing consistently also improves posture, strengthens blood circulation in the legs, and helps reduce that heavy sensation that often comes with age. No less important is the psychological side. Feeling confident while walking or standing lowers anxiety, encourages social activity, and keeps the desire to move alive. And although no special equipment or spaces are needed, it's important to remember that not all conditions are safe. Avoiding slippery floors or places without nearby support is essential. More than duration or difficulty, what matters most is regularity. It's repetition over time that builds strength and confidence. To perform the exercise correctly, start standing with your back straight and a chair or wall within reach for support if needed. Lift one leg and hold the position for 10 to 20 seconds, then switch sides. 3 sets per leg, with 2 minutes of rest in between, make for an excellent starting point. Once you feel more confident, you can try doing it without support, walking in a straight line as if on an imaginary rope, or even closing your eyes to further stimulate the nervous system. An article published in Scientific Reports emphasized that these kinds of progressions not only strengthen the stabilizing muscles, but also increase connectivity between brain areas, improving memory and motor coordination. But remember one golden rule: if you feel pain, dizziness, or excessive instability, stop immediately and return to a simpler variation. The goal is not to force yourself, but to build confidence. Every second you dedicate to this exercise is like installing an update in your body and your brain. You gain confidence in your movements, quickness in your reflexes, and, above all, years of active and independent life. Exercise squat. The squat is one of the most complete and functional movements that exist. Even though it may look like a simple leg bend, it actually engages a wide chain of muscles. Glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, and lower back muscles all work in synergy to support the body. This exercise doesn't just strengthen the legs, it builds a foundation of mobility that is essential for everyday activities. Getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, bending down to pick something up, or simply maintaining an upright posture. With age, muscles tend to lose volume and strength, a process known as sarcopenia, which makes movement more difficult and less safe. The squat directly counters this phenomenon, keeping large muscle groups active while also protecting bones and joints. It also stimulates proprioception, the body's ability to perceive its position in space, a key factor for moving confidently and avoiding falls. The benefits of squats go far beyond muscle strength. The Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research has shown that consistent squat practice increases the production of myokines, proteins released by muscles during exercise, that have powerful anti-inflammatory effects, regulate glucose metabolism, and protect the cardiovascular system. In other words, every repetition doesn't just build stronger legs, it works like a natural medicine for the heart and metabolism. Squats also stimulate bone mineral density, helping prevent osteoporosis and lowering the risk of hip fractures, one of the leading causes of lost independence in older adults. Another important benefit is psychological. The ability to sit down and stand up effortlessly boosts self-esteem and reduces the fear of movement, that mental barrier often holding back those who have already experienced falls or injuries. Finally, when practiced regularly, squats help maintain a healthy body weight and improve insulin sensitivity, lowering the risk of type 2 diabetes. To perform squats safely at home, no equipment is required. You can start with the simplest variation, sitting down and standing up from a sturdy chair. Cross your arms over your chest, sit down slowly, then rise back up with control. Repeat 10 to 15 times, for 2 or 3 sets, resting 3 minutes between sets. Another effective option is the wall sit squat. Lean your back against a wall and slide down as if sitting on an invisible chair. Hold the position for 15 to 20 seconds, then rise back up. According to the National Institute on Aging, the ability to rise from a chair without support is one of the best indicators of longevity and independence in older adults. It's important to remember that if you experience sharp pain in the knees or lower back during the exercise, you should stop immediately and return to a lighter version. A properly executed squat should never cause pain, it should build strength and confidence. With consistency, it becomes a daily habit that restores vitality, stability, and, above all, independence in everyday life. Exercise, glute bridge. Many people don't realize how important the glutes and lower back are in daily life. Every time you get out of bed, climb a step, or simply try to keep your back straight, these muscles do the heaviest work. Over time, and especially because of a sedentary lifestyle, the glutes tend to switch off, losing their ability to activate. This phenomenon, often called glute amnesia, forces the lower back, knees, and hips to bear excessive loads, creating pain and joint wear. The glute bridge is the perfect exercise to reverse this process. When you lift your hips off the ground, you activate the gluteus maximus, medius, and minimus, along with the hamstrings and spinal erectors. This movement doesn't just strengthen the posterior chain, it also improves posture, reduces the risk of falls, and provides greater stability to the spine. In short, it's a simple exercise that restores power to the core of the body and prevents the aches that become more common with age. The benefits of this exercise are well documented. The Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy has shown that targeted glute activation, as in the bridge, is extremely effective in preventing and rehabilitating lower back pain. By strengthening the glutes, unnecessary stress is removed from the lower back, reducing the risk of chronic injuries. But the advantages don't stop there. Lifting the hips against gravity stimulates blood circulation in the pelvic region, improving vascular health and tissue oxygenation. This means lighter legs, greater vitality, and a reduced risk of circulatory issues. Additionally, glute work stimulates metabolism, increases calorie burn, and boosts the production of protective hormones such as testosterone and growth hormone, both essential for maintaining muscle mass and bone density. All of this makes the glute bridge a complete exercise. It strengthens muscles, protects bones, and improves long-term quality of life. To perform it, all you need is a comfortable space on the floor, preferably with a mat. Lie on your back, bend your knees with your feet flat on the floor, and place your arms alongside your body. From this position, slowly lift your hips until your shoulders, hips, and knees form a straight line. Hold the position for 2 to 3 seconds, then lower with control. Repeat 10 to 15 times, for 2 sets, resting 3 minutes between them. As you get stronger, you can increase the repetitions or try variations such as the single leg bridge or adding a resistance band around your knees. According to the American Council on Exercise, this exercise is safe, adaptable, and suitable for every fitness level, as long as it's performed correctly. Always remember that if you feel back pain or instability, it's better to stop and return to a simpler variation. The goal is to build stability and confidence, not to push beyond your limits. With consistent practice, the glute bridge becomes an essential ally for a stronger back, a safer walk, and the freedom to move without depending on anyone. Exercise, plank. At first glance, the plank may seem like a static exercise, almost too simple to make a real impact. In reality, it's one of the most complete and powerful movements for strengthening the body, especially after the age of 60. By keeping your body straight like a board, supported on your forearms and the tips of your toes, you intensely activate the core, the central area that includes the abdominals, obliques, transverse muscles, glutes, diaphragm, and deep back muscles. This internal belt stabilizes the spine, protects the internal organs, and provides balance for all daily movements, bending down to pick something up, twisting your torso, getting out of bed, or walking with a steady step. And since it's an isometric exercise, you hold the position without moving. The plank not only strengthens muscles, but also trains the joints and nervous system for endurance and stability, while even improving breathing and lung capacity. The benefits of the plank are confirmed by research. The Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research has shown that this exercise is more effective than traditional sit-ups at activating the transverse abdominis, the true, natural corset that supports posture and reduces pressure on spinal discs. This is especially important after 60, when chronic lower back pain becomes more common. A strong core not only protects the back, but also improves balance and stability, reducing the risk of falls. On a metabolic level, the plank increases energy expenditure because it engages multiple muscle groups at once, stimulates the production of anti-inflammatory substances, and helps regulate blood sugar levels. In practice, it's an exercise that helps prevent metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. Equally important is the psychological side. Holding the position teaches discipline, resilience, and builds confidence, fundamental elements for facing aging with peace of mind. To perform it correctly, lie face down, place your forearms on the floor with elbows under your shoulders, and lift your body by pressing through your toes. Keep your back straight, without dropping or raising your hips too much, and engage your core. At first, you can hold the position for 10 to 20 seconds, rest for 2 minutes, and repeat for 3 sets. Over time, you can reach 30 to 40 seconds. There are adaptable variations, with knees on the floor for beginners, side planks to strengthen the obliques, or dynamic ones with small arm and leg movements. According to the Mayo Clinic, core weakness is one of the main factors leading to loss of independence in older adults, because it reduces the ability to perform daily activities without help. That's why every second spent in a plank is an investment in your autonomy. Remember, if you feel pain in the lower back, shoulders, or wrists, stop immediately and correct your posture. A well-executed plank should provide stability, not discomfort. With consistency, it will become your best ally for a strong core, a protected spine, and a safer, more active life. Exercise, side leg raises. Maintaining pelvic stability is fundamental for walking safely and confidently. Yet, we often forget about a key muscle, the gluteus medius. With age and sedentary habits, this muscle tends to weaken, causing instability while walking, difficulty climbing stairs, and a higher risk of falls. Side leg raises are the perfect exercise to counter this problem. By lying on your side and slowly lifting the top leg, you directly activate the gluteus medius along with the abductors and the tensor fasciae lati. This strengthens the lateral belt of the hips, which keeps the pelvis aligned with every step. Beyond relieving tension from the knees and lower back, this exercise also stimulates the central nervous system, since it forces the brain to coordinate movements and improve body awareness in space. It's not just about stronger muscles, it's about better control and confidence in everyday movements. Science has confirmed the importance of this exercise. The Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy reported that strengthening the gluteus medius significantly reduces the risk of falls in older adults, one of the main causes of hip fractures and loss of independence. At the same time, training the lateral hip muscles improves proprioception, the brain's ability to sense body position without looking. This translates into steadier steps, better coordination, and greater confidence when walking on uneven surfaces or standing for long periods. Keeping the lateral muscles strong also reduces strain on the knees and back, helping prevent joint pain and hip osteoarthritis. And let's not forget the psychological impact. Regaining stability reduces fear of movement, boosts self-esteem, and keeps alive the desire to stay active and independent. It's a small exercise in terms of movement, but huge in results. To practice it, lie on one side with your elbow bent and your head supported by your hand. Lift the top leg to a comfortable angle, hold the position for 10 to 20 seconds, then slowly lower it. Repeat 2 sets per side, resting 2 minutes between sets. If you prefer, you can also do it standing, holding onto a chair for support. As you get stronger, you can add a resistance band around your knees or ankles to increase intensity. According to the Mayo Clinic, abduction exercises like this strengthen neuromuscular protection mechanisms, which are essential for maintaining a stable gait over time. Always listen to your body. If you feel sharp pain in the hips or back, stop and reduce the intensity. The goal is not to push, but to build strength gradually and safely. With consistency, side leg raises become a real insurance policy for your independence, restoring confidence in your movements and giving you the freedom to live every day with energy. Reaching 60, 70, or even 80 years old doesn't mean giving up mobility or depending on others. On the contrary, it's the perfect time to discover that, with just a few simple exercises, you can regain strength, balance, and vitality. The exercises we explored today aren't complicated, nor do they require expensive equipment. They are natural movements that activate the muscles, protect the joints, and keep the brain young and alert. Remember, you're not just training the body, but also the mind, because every steady step, every controlled lift, and every second of balance is a signal of youth sent to your nervous system. The key is consistency. It doesn't matter if today you can only do a few repetitions. What matters is trying again tomorrow, and continuing the day after that. Over time, you'll notice that standing up from a chair, walking steadily, or climbing stairs will become natural gestures, filled with confidence. Before we wrap up, I'd like to invite you to join our community, subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and share it with someone who needs it. Remember, it's never too late to start, and every day you choose to move is a day gained for your health and independence.